how you can use Ripster clouds and the levels to both short and to both go long. How to identify when there's a long, when there's a short. Two concepts, two setups here: opening, gap down and fade, and midday calls. How you could trade CRM both ways and make some profits on CRM here today. So the plan on CRM, the pre-market was, it was gapping down. We will be watching any 5-12 calls, but a lot of resistance above, bearish to neutral buys. So what happened was CRM gave up right before the open. It made a big red candle. That kind of spoiled our setup, but we wanted to short it. It was still a short. A lot of traders were still shorting it. You could short it here, 262s, and that's the stop I gave for the traders who were trying to short it. And I told them, do not long it. See this bounce? That's not a long. It's still a short. It's still a short. It's still a short. I told the traders to put the stops at 260, 61. It did try to curl here, but the candle did not push. The first curl failed. There was not a curl, but then came the second curl, which gave us a long. So right at 12:26, I saw this candle pushing on the CRM. This was a second curl try, and there was also, you can draw a downtrend line, a kind of a chart pattern, which can help you figure out if you're going to curl or not. And it's the second curl try. We know the first curl try failed. I told the traders that it's the second curl versus 258.50. That means your stops are right here at 258.50. You long here, and your stops are right here, maybe a couple dollar stop. You see that you just take a position here, and then it started to push. I told the traders to move the stops up. From the 260 entry, it pushed to the first target of 34.50. Did not break down. Use the candles. Don't just use the clouds. Also use the candle levels. You can use this stop here because that was a next candle low. That's the stop you can use, but you hold your longs there for the curl setup, and then we slowly we started to push higher. Curls were working. Remember, the market was still choppy, but CRM was showing us curl setup. So that was our midday curl setup. And then we moved our stops to 264, and that was a successful 5-12 curl midday setup. Even if you didn't short it, but you could trade that curl setup, and we were 10-minute setup, so high probability curl setup. So that was CRM. But sometimes the things will not bounce. They will be all day short. So let's look at another earning play that we played in the community, BBY. I highlighted as a top play, bearish bias to short MTF pops. So that was the plan. 16-hour support 71.50 is the resistance. The reason I was short was it was breaking all the MTF clouds. When something breaks all the MTF clouds, guys, it's usually bearish unless it pushes over the MTF cloud. So right away, BBY was a short. You short it open, fade it all day, and you only close once it goes. I told the traders it's a short even at 9:45. Target I gave was 65. It was still trading around that 66.7, 67 level. We did hit our 65 target. Then we put our stops at 66. Then we even got a little bit more. We got 64.31. Nice trade on the put options, or even if you traded the shares, you risked $500. You made like $1,500 there on that short. Then BBY also gave a curl, but this is where the curl failed. Try to push, but it failed, and you get out here. Usually if it's not holding the curl, it's a choppy for rest of the day. This is where you get out if you try to pay the curl. CRM was much stronger, but BBY was not, because it pushed and right away it failed. But what this does is, because you have your stops right here, you do not take too much damage, because once it's pushing higher, you move your stops up, you get out, take a loss. It did try to curl later, we didn't play that, but you need to identify these setups. You can hold the shorts as long as the 5-12 holds. Make sure you have planned in the pre-market. Use the cloud system and make the right decisions with the cloud, long and short, with the same system.
Come to trade with Ripster. Join the community at www.tenettradegroup.com.